Hi everyone, we're the Sunshine Stitchers.
I'm EJ.
I'm Gary.
I'm not Shelia. I'm Vicky.
Hi Vicky, how you doing?
From Stitch and
I'm
Button?
alright, from
Yes.
Stitch and Button.
Nice. Thank you for joining us.
Okay.
Hey,
No.
get in here.
Love them.
Get in here. I gotta make it, I like him close.
Jesus. All right. So yes, Shelia's not here. She's
Out and about.
out and about. Yes, learning some new tips and tricks. Having fun.
Buying haul.
stitching.
As
But is
far
she
as I
going to
know.
report back to us on how to do this?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, she's gonna have a class.
No, she's not.
So, but she's having fun, so that's all that matters.
Yeah.
All right, so you guys want to answer some questions?
Sure.
Sure, if I can answer them.
Okay, cool. So, from our
I'm
comments.
dopey. Oh, no, is it wrong?
What?
Last time I had questions, someone asked what Snow White Dwarf I was.
Oh, really? Dopey. You're dopey.
We're happy.
You're a happy bunch. Welcome to the madhouse. All right, so
We're the Sunshine Stitchers, right?
yes,
Okay.
yes, not the gloomy stitchers.
Yeah.
We might have to cut that one.
Not.
All right. Somebody wrote, Sarah Webb commented, I've never seen a Rosewood Manor pattern, but I'm intrigued. Are they just cross stitch, or are there specialty stitches?
From the two that I've seen, and I've saw other people work on some, they'll have one or two specialty stitch in one of them. The Quaker one actually only has an Algerian
Eyelet.
Algerian eye.
No,
It's not an eyelet?
it's not the eyelet. It's just
It's
the
an Algerian eye.
Algerian eye, but it's
Yeah,
just
when it doesn't open up, it's not an eyelet. It's just an eye.
Yeah, so it's just basically two crosses, the regular X, and then it's got the plus sign on top of it. So it's not that hard to do.
So they do have
They give you
specialty
instructions.
stitches, but she's very good with instructions.
Yeah.
Yeah. And illustrations. There's illustrations.
Yeah. And then if you see in the front cover of her books, because she has books, it gives you what kind of stitches there are and how to do them.
Yeah.
It's not on the scale of drawn thread. There's a few. It's scattered. It's not going to be like drawn thread where you have to learn 15 of them.
Okay, cool. All right, another question that we have. It was for Shelia, but Shelia's not here, so we're just going to answer the question for her.
Do I
Shelia.
need to answer it then?
Yes,
Go ahead.
yes.
Go ahead.
Is
So
three.
what's the 310 black thing that Shelia got?
Shelia is 310, the 3D printed kitty, and Ort holder.
Yes.
Oh, yes, it is.
Yeah.
I know this.
You know this.
And
Yep,
310
and my
is-
hair's longer.
And 310
But
is
it's an Ort holder, and what did we say? You can put the Valdani balls of thread in there to hold them so they don't roll all over the house.
Sounds good.
Multi-useful.
Yes. And I saw the editor of Punch Needle magazine
Punch needle and primitive
and Primitive
cross stitch.
Right.
I think.
What she did was she used, for punch needles you need something I guess in the bottom, and she used that over the frame, and she would use that. So she used it as a floss holder too.
Right. A lot of times with
Okay.
punch needle, it's a continuous
Thread.
piece. So they actually make clay bowls. I've seen. I actually have one, and it's a little clay bowl, and it has 3 holes.
Okay.
So then you lace the thread through the hole coming out of the side.
The different colors.
Okay.
The ball stays
All right.
in there.
That makes sense now, because on the bottom of that container that Shelia got, the 310 container, there's 4 holes in the bottom of it. So maybe you
but
turn it
that's on the
upside down and pull your threads out that way.
I doubt it. I think
No.
there's just air holes.
Oh, okay. All right.
Because this would be on the side. You figure you don't want. I mean, I'm sure you clean your table, but what if you didn't and it was rolling around
Yeah,
on the
that's
table?
true.
You wouldn't want
That's
that to
true.
happen.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
That's a good question. So Is that it for now? Yep, that's it. That's all. That's all the questions we're going to be answering this week. So
unless we answer stuff in the middle.
Ding dong next.
All right, our next list is on our list is finishes.
Finishes.
Anybody has to finish it?
I don't. Do you have a finish?
Don't look at me in that tone of voice. Yes,
Didn't you have a finish? Let's do yours first because it's going to be quick.
You see that?
It came from a place of love.
No, it did not.
No, it did
What
not.
are you wearing?
I'm wearing my shirt and my cross stitch that matches my shirt.
Oh, that's the shirt.
See,
you wanted to
this is
wear.
the shirt I was supposed to wear last week.
You can't even
You can't
tell.
tell.
That's crazy.
You're cool.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, now I can take it off because it's bothering me.
All right, I do have
He's
a
got
finish.
issues.
I have 2 finishes. My first finish is thank you. My blood type is tequila. This is from Carolina S. She designed this, and I got to stitch it.
Yeah.
I like
Yes.
the fabric.
You like the fabric?
I know you did it.
I did it. Yes.
You know why? Because I watch your show.
Oh.
Ah,
Yes.
But I do. I like that. I like how
Thank you so much.
close up. It even looks better.
that's
Oh,
really
nice.
cool.
Thank you so much. And I have this needle minder.
Oh, well, look at that.
Love wins. Yes, it does. From Stitch and Button. Vicky.
On Etsy, right?
I don't have them on my Etsy right now. I have them on Stitch and Button Crafts Instagram so far.
Okay,
I didn't put
Instagram.
them on Etsy.
Nice. So so that's my first finish. That's the first finish.
Drum roll.
You want to
Yes.
hand them to me and I'll stack them?
No, wait. We got a big drum roll coming up.
Oh.
We do.
Yeah, the moon is done.
This
No,
is Shoot
Mother
for the Moon. No, it's not Mother Moon.
I didn't say it that time.
But it is Shoot for the Moon. I had to do these little singleton stitches and all these little extra tidbits all around. But it is officially, pull it back, it is officially finished. I don't know how I'm going to fit. Oh, I am going to frame it. It's going to be for my classroom.
Oh, wow.
But it is
You're going to use
completely
a black
done.
frame so it really stands out? Or
I don't know. Somebody said something about white. I don't know.
As if it's in a
No.
classroom, you're going to want it to be,
Oh,
so it
dark.
doesn't get too, you know.
Yeah, because no
Maybe
one.
dark purple.
But I think, you know,
No
how
one
some,
dusted
Maybe
me.
a dark purple.
a lot of time, I think this was
Oh.
even charted on black fabric.
It was.
But I think if you put a black frame around it, it'll make it pop out.
Yeah, but
as well as the
there's a
black.
purple frame
Oh.
that'll.
I gotta
There's
check it
options.
out.
There's options.
So this is my second finish of this week.
Yeah.
So yes, 2 finishes.
Guess
I'm
who
so happy.
doesn't have any finishes?
Me.
Are we not shocked?
No.
I haven't had many
almost.
finishes lately.
I don't. So it just makes me
But
feel
just
better.
wait. In a couple of minutes,
We'll take
you'll be
whatever
like,
we
yeah,
can get.
Yeah.
I brought stuff for content.
Nice.
These are previously finished
Perfect.
finishes. I brought this pillow. It's not extra stuffed, only because I just set it in a basket. I might go and stuff it some
Nice.
more. I call him Tomas, the toucan.
Okay. He's
And
cute.
there's a little story behind this. I forget where I got the pattern from, but it's on
Oh,
Subweaver
nice.
fabric, and I was so tired
Mhm.
of doing quarter stitches on those berries or fruits that are there.
Mhm.
My friend Holly up in Michigan, I sent it to her. She finished it up for me and sent it back. So
That's
make it
nice.
into a
So it's
pillow.
like a joint project.
Yeah.
Nice.
And my stitches have gotten so much better since this is years ago. Is there a year on there?
No.
No.
I know that was before 2007
Mm.
Okay.
because that's before I moved from Philly, and that's my marker
No.
of when I started
Before
stuff.
Philly,
What
yeah,
else was I in? Yeah,
That's nice.
but I like them, and I might stuff them just a little bit more so it looks
That's nice.
crisper. But
Jeez, that's a lot of colors.
it is.
Yeah.
Really
And then I
Yeah,
matched
like
it
that.
with this fabric
Mhm.
that was pre-done like that. It was pre-quilted.
Oh,
I bought
yeah?
it like that.
Oh, that's the way I quilt.
This one,
I'll buy the whole
this
blanket already
one
done.
I finished in 2001, and it sat until about 2014.
Mhm.
And the
Let's
reason
show
being
everybody.
was it's Norman Rockwell,
Yeah.
and I forget what it's called. It's like Boy and His Dog or Fishing,
Mhm.
Gone Fishing.
Okay.
Now, the reason why
Nice.
I let it sit as just a finished product was I wanted the perfect fabric.
And,
Go
I didn't
around.
want cartoony fish. I wanted
Yeah.
real looking fish.
yeah.
Walking through the store one day, found that. I knew
Perfect.
that's what it
It
needed
is
to be.
perfect. Yeah.
And this is also in your bowl.
No, I have a basket.
A basket. Sorry.
I have a
It's
basket.
I thought it was
It's
it's
too
a
big
big
for
old
a
basket.
This
dough
is
bowl,
for her
right?
dough bowl.
Yeah, I don't.
Is it a dough truck?
Don't
kill me.
Don't you just love the finishing?
Not
That
yet.
is awesome.
Yeah, I love it.
Good job.
And like I said, I didn't
And you finished
overstuff
it, of
them.
course. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't overstuff it or anything.
That's nice.
And this one I can usually perk up. The other one
Yeah.
I think I do need to add just a little bit more because I'm not using those pillows. Not
Nice.
really.
No.
And I do have two that aren't FFOs that I brought. They're recent finishes that I've shown, but I wanted to show them here. This one is called Happy Summer. That is needle bling design.
Yeah.
The only thing is I changed the color of the fabric and I chose pretty much a couple of different main colors. I didn't do the sand, only because I chose the color fabric that sand is pretty much around here.
That's
Yeah.
And it
smart.
saved me a whole bunch of stitching. Or else it would
Yeah.
have been full coverage.
Yeah, this pattern was Needlebling had a show at StitchCon, and this pattern was there, and I thought of you. I said,
Yeah.
"Yep, don't stitch the sand."
Yeah, don't stitch
That,
it.
yeah.
And this is a dinky
Dinky dye?
You
Dinky
can dice for the
dice,
water.
yeah. Mhm.
I love the
No,
water.
no.
For
for
the sand dollar.
No.
Starfish?
They're starfish.
Oh. Oops.
Let me finish my own words. Thanks, guys.
You said what? What'd you say?
I said, let me finish my own words.
I still like the watercolor.
Oh, yeah. And I think one of them was the called for and one wasn't. There was like 3 or 4 called for. I don't have a lot of brights.
Mm-hmm.
And so the guava I had from 6 Strand Sweets long ago. That's what I call my dead threads. Threads that aren't being made anymore.
Okay.
Doesn't mean the person's dead. It's just. And then I did buy the yellow and the green and one of the blues because I knew I didn't have it. And the pink. Because I knew I didn't
Sunglasses, those are pretty cool.
That's nice.
I like that.
And that's guava, which was
The words. It's
the words. Yeah, they were done in black on the chart, but since I didn't do the sand, and I just went a little brighter. And then this one. This
one's
one
cool. Look
is
at that.
Nevermore. It's a
Nice.
Edgar Allan Poe Nevermore.
Nice.
That is from Witchy Stitcher on Etsy. She only uses, I think it's 3 or 4 colors.
Yeah.
Obviously black, and then 2 of the 400s in the grays, and then that white for the eyes. The fabric is 36 count, and it's from Vicky Clayton Hand Dyed Fabrics.
I love
She doesn't
this
make it
fabric.
anymore. Yeah.
Beautiful. I was gonna ask
I'm
you
doing
about
my
that.
Vader on this fabric too.
Ooh.
On another piece that I had.
That'll be perfect in my Star Wars room.
Yeah, guess what's not gonna happen?
You love me.
All right.
Not that one.
Nice stuff.
All right. That's all the finishes.
Yes.
And whips.
Whips. I'll do
You
my
wanna go
whips.
first? Yeah.
So since this is Christmas in July, I think I'm supposed to be hashtagging Christmas.
It is Kismet stitches.
No.
No.
She said
She's got-
Kismet. Kismet.
Yeah, I
My
guess.
bad. Kismet.
We'll find that. I'll have to tag myself. This is my
Put it
second
below.
second Christmas in July stitching. It's almost finished. I just got to do like 10 miles of white.
Hey, he did like 10 stitches at the
No,
cover.
No. I did 2 lengths of string at the cover today. I was shocked because I had it pulled out. So I knew.
Yeah.
I was focusing.
Yeah, you were. Good
So
stuff.
so hopefully that'll be done soon, and then I can start on my next Christmas project. And I'll show you what that is later.
Do your whips or?
That's all my whip.
That's all your whip? Okay,
Your whip.
my whip. I was working on School of Magical Stitches homework. 24 hours of cross stitch assignments. Wrapped with daily 30 challenge. Trying to squeeze everything in. Multiple
Luckily,
challenges,
you're on
same projects.
vacation.
Yes, luckily I'm on vacation. So the first thing I did 502 stitches on
Say it.
ABC Halloween.
Bye.
Jardin Privé.
Oh.
Oh. So I disregarding the B because I did the B at StitchCon. I did A, C, D, E, and the witch's hat.
Wow, that's a lot of
You
stitching.
did the
I
hat
know.
when we were in virtual stitches?
Yes, we did the hat in Virtual Stitchers yesterday. I finished it. The hat yesterday.
Wow.
Like that.
So-
Are you using all the called for, you said?
No, I actually changed the colors. some of the colors because to go better with this fabric.
That fabric, yeah.
Yeah, the orange is different.
Okay. Yeah, that orange is more brown, and this orange is more.
They're all
bright.
DMC.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
I also worked on
Shall we see it?
Tiny ChristmasSAL.
Wow. This. You know what? This thing. She keeps calling it Tiny Christmas.
It's a gift that keeps on giving, though.
I mean, oh my God! Everything you think there couldn't be any more. There's like another house that pops up. How big is this village?
I'm working on this was my focus, 30 minutes a day for 5 days.
Okay.
This was my focus, and I worked on the 2 houses and worked on the ribbon.
Yeah.
So those were.
It's a lot of color changes.
It is.
That's
it
what-
is.
that's
But it's not bad.
Yeah. It's what makes it take longer than what.
It really should.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's and then I have one more. So I was working on Mother Moon. I was working on Mother Moon today, but it took me forever to get started because I had to figure out. Okay, so the chart has from here, like a little bit of her nose down on one page, and from the little bit of her nose up the other page. So I'm trying to figure out, okay, and there's no overlapping.
There's no shading.
no.
There's no shading, and I was like trying to figure out where. What did I do? This thing.
Is that what you asked for the glue stick?
That's why I asked for the glue stick so I can.
Stick it together.
Yeah, put the face together.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah.
Yeah, that's annoying. Whenever,
Yes.
When there's no double stitch.
And I don't want to mess her up, so it
Is
took
this
me.
36 count?
This is it's 32 count.
Count it now. Get a roller.
We don't want to tell her that it's more. She
It's
hasn't
not
done it
more.
yet.
It's 32 count. It's 32 count. That's what it said on.
That's what
on
it
the
said on the
tag.
bag. For
So they're never wrong. And I got
no.
Jasmine right here. This is my needle minder.
we talked about her last week.
Yes, I love her. So she's my favorite from
Vicky.
Vicky. So yes.
I'm her dealer. I'm her needle minder dealer.
Needle minder dealer. Yeah, so those are the things I've been working on. Yes.
Okay.
A lot.
All right. And
I did a start at the cover, but I didn't pull it out because I didn't have the picture of the chart. It's a freebie from the Cricut collection. I only put 9 stitches in. It wasn't worth it. It was literally a square, so we're good. So what I did actually focus on was Space Traveler, which is too large, and I didn't want to bring it all the way down here, and you're not going to really notice.
full coverage.
And then I finally started Dorothy's Discovery. It's for homework for the magical stitches.
Nice.
And I put 508 stitches in. I needed 500.
Nice.
All
Nice.
right.
There you go.
Overachiever.
Overachiever. Yeah.
I bought, and I'll show you with my haul, I bought the threads for it. And I didn't like one of the blues, so I bought another blue, and I'll compare them once I get it. I bought what they called for, but an
Right.
extra just in case because I wasn't sure I liked it. Here's the picture
Okay.
of that. And
Nice.
the lettering is not what it's called for. That's Victoria Motto.
Are
you
you
gonna change?
the shoes? Are you gonna change the shoes
I
to
have-
Cupid?
That's
or sparkly?
No, it's going to be sparkly, and that's another thing that I'm going to have to decide on when I do it because I have like 4 or 5 different sparkles for the green and the red,
Okay.
and I'll match them up when I get there.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But I wanted to start it, so eventually.
Yeah, that's the fun part. Those how you gonna make it sparkle?
Right. And it has to.
Yeah.
It absolutely
Yeah, it has to.
And here's my favorite piece that I may have to start stitching one day.
Yeah, really?
This
Yeah,
one's
I
One
love this
Nation.
one.
I did not bring the picture.
Nice.
It's but from Bygone Stitches, and I'm using the called for threads all except for the gold, which I pulled out of my Victoria Motto,
Yeah.
just to highlight Pennsylvania because that's where I'm born and bred.
So is that the story that everyone's stitching it, or some people are doing? They highlight their state in a different color.
This has been out for 10 years, and I heard about it years and years ago. Somebody said, well, I'm going to highlight my state, and I said,
Yeah.
it's a really good idea. So it's not mine. I'm not going to own it.
Yeah.
But I'm following suit, and different people do different colors for it. I chose something like gold instead of it being metallic. That's good enough because it goes with the prim.
Okay.
But I'm really loving.
Is this 36 count or 32?
It's tiny count.
It's a 36 count, and I chose. That's another thing. A lot of people said, "Well, your whites pop a lot." I chose
Pretty poppy.
Creek Bed Brown by Arnar because, and I would suggest I think they called for oak or something like that. Was it oak that I looked it up? It's a PTP fabric that they called for.
Oaken.
It might be oaken.
Mm-hmm.
I highly suggest if you want it to pop like this, choose something a shade or two darker.
Nice.
And it'll look that nice. It doesn't.
So this is how big it is on 36 count.
Yeah, and it still
Holy
keeps
wow.
going.
Yeah, it's a big piece, but it's really beautiful. I've seen it framed up a couple of times, and it's just gorgeous.
And Flame
Stars.
Fingers on Instagram. I told you she did hers in like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
That's why she
Really?
Yeah, she lives near me. I'm gonna go meet her sometime.
But-
Oh, that's nice.
she watches you guys.
Oh, hey.
Hi.
I follow her on Instagram.
Yeah.
Yeah.
love her.
Okay. So there's really not a lot of full coverage stitching. It's just a lot of counting to get in the right place.
It's a lot of the similar. So half the time you don't even need the chart if you're
Yeah, that's
doing
what I was-
stars. You could just keep on looking.
Yeah.
You know what I keep on forgetting is to do the little center.
Oh, the center blue.
The little.
pieces.
But you can always get back to that.
Yeah, you can always.
Yeah,
get
so that's
back.
what because when I've seen it all completely done and on the wall, it's like overwhelming. And I'm like, wow, that's so big. But when you look at it up close like this, it's like, oh, this is manageable. It's
The
just a big
letters are
size.
uniform. That they don't go different fonts
Yeah.
for you. It's monotonous. It's actually not. A friend of mine, my friend Jen. Hi, Jen. J Long. She watches you guys, and she was doing it in her car while her son was playing football because she didn't need the chart to do stars.
Yeah.
Or
the
going
lines,
across,
yeah. So it's a massive project, but it's very
It's large but easy.
Yeah.
It really is.
cool.
I like it,
All right. Okay.
and that's what I got.
So we're gonna do haul.
Oh, you finished with your whips?
I was
I did.
first.
I only
Oh.
I did my
That's
whip
right.
was the.
He's monogamous.
I'm stitching. I'm the Christmas in July. I'm stitching the project until it's done.
That's right.
I'm trying to burn down some whips because I want to start some new things, and I'm not starting anything new till my whips are down.
Nice. Haul.
Liar. But
That's what he
Aw.
says this week. I was going to say that's this week's story.
Okay, so my haul. So I'm gonna do these. These are the apothecary things
From.
from
Hands-On.
Hands-On Design. Kathy Haberman. Thank you for joining our page.
Nice.
And I'm gonna do it on 40 count over 2. So this is with the extra around. I gotta find a tiny cute snap to put that in.
You might need a stretcher bar.
Yeah. Oh,
I mean,
wow. That's for
this is
one?
One. So I'm like, oh wow, maybe I should have got more fabric. But
I'm saying you should have left it all together and just moved over. And then cut it.
It's hard for me to do that kind of math. I like individual.
Don't hurt yourself.
I know.
That's
So
Tyco,
how about
by
you
the
need a
way.
hoop
Yeah.
then?
Yeah, it's Tyco, 40 count Tyco, and I love the colors because I'm not gonna do the sparkly. I want to make it look a little primitive, and I'm gonna have it hang with my stockings from Blackbird Design on my spooky tree. So.
Nice.
Right.
Let me see it.
And-
Can I see
oh,
it?
yeah.
Thank you.
And then my other haul.
You have other haul? Yes.
Other
He
haul.
does.
I have my needle minder from Vicky.
Nice.
Thank you, Vicky.
You're welcome. There's been a lot of negativity out there lately,
Yeah,
and I
it's
thought this
ridiculous.
was about time.
Yes.
I
Totally
was
agree.
spreading it. Even on my channel, I try.
I see a lot of positive stuff on our channel.
On
in our
yours,
group.
yeah.
Yeah. We have
I'm
a-
just
we have a
saying
really
out
good
there in
In-
general.
in general.
Not,
If you watch Flosstube, there's no negativity. So I don't watch
that's
the
why I
regular
keep
TV.
on scrolling.
That's why you-
Just
that's
scroll
why-
on by.
All right. This is, you saw my button. This is Shelia's.
So we're showing Shelia's haul.
Yes,
Sorry.
Shelia, this is
Shelia's got
yours.
home.
Maybe. Okay.
Dude,
I
what
al-
else did Shelia get? No.
I also got.
Remember, I said I was just going to give it to somebody.
Well,
This
I
is
met
the somebody.
somebody.
Somebody over here likes it, so I said
Yes.
here.
So I got a Frida bag that is absolutely beautiful.
Oh, it's pretty.
Yes.
She doesn't even care. She doesn't even care that it's got a screw up corner.
I don't look. It's beautiful. It holds
It gives me
projects.
It's a one of a kind.
Yeah, obviously.
It's a custom job.
So I
It
got
fits her
mine.
personality.
A little wonky here and there, we still like her.
All right. So that's my Stitch Kindness, and yeah. How about you, babe?
I did a little bit of shopping, like I said. I went and bought the threads to go with
Nice.
Dorothy's Discovery. And I'll show you the blues.
Let's
Yes.
just pop them on top of the board here.
Wait, the blues I'll explain. Here's
That's what Dorothy's
The main.
discovery.
Are you doing it with wool for the Toto?
that's for Toto, yeah.
Oh, that's cool. I
Oh,
like
that's
that.
nice.
Now they called for wrought iron or something like that. They
Uh-huh.
didn't have it, but when she showed it to me in the cottons, I didn't like it. I liked the
Yeah.
onyx instead of the wool.
I like
I
their
think that
I like
looks
their
more like
wools.
Toto.
They look nice when you're doing like sheep and dogs and animals
Right.
and stuff.
She was
Just
all
a
out
little
of
fuzzy.
black, fuzzy stuff from like Rainbow Gallery and stuff.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
like-
yeah.
But you know what? This might do better than being too fuzzy. It's not
Mhm.
going to be too bad. It's not.
The
over.
colors all look great on your fabric here.
Thank you.
Which
Beautiful.
blues you had got?
Now,
a couple
okay,
blues.
these are the two blues for the checkers and the dress.
Okay,
I didn't like.
let's pull that out so you can see.
It wasn't stark enough for me. The two
They
differences.
look pretty close.
Yeah, so I think I'm going to go with the light and this light blue and that dark blue instead.
Nice.
And I could always use that for something else.
Yeah,
you
because
can
this
never have too
is
many.
very variegated, and it will blend right in.
And I think that looks better.
Oh yeah, and there's a little
Yeah.
bit of this color in here too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay,
So,
so that's Betty Bluebell.
Betty Bluebell from
And Morning
Classic
Glory.
Color Works.
Yeah.
And
That
I
actually
just
looks
replaced
a
the
lot better.
cornflower. That's all.
I don't think cornflower's been that variegated before. That's really variegated.
I love how you guys just change stuff. Like, yeah, it doesn't look good. Let me change
Well,
that.
and I'm looking at it. I'm like, I'm not happy with it. Why would I stitch it if I didn't like it?
Don't
That's
you
just-
remember when we were coloring and we just color up any color and just start coloring?
No, I had to draw
Follow the
with
rules?
flat.
Oh,
I was the
darker
one that did the
outside
darker on the outside
and
then
lighter
color
on the
shaded it.
inside.
Yes.
Yeah, that's that skill set right there.
Some of us don't like going outside the lines.
I stay out the lines.
Oh, yeah, you
Hey,
do.
look, it's you. It's Vicky.
Yeah.
It's got.
Yes.
How do you not get the redhead?
That's
One of the ladies. What was her name? I'm sorry. I'm horrible. with
Who?
names.
Stitch and May? Who?
No, the one.
The couple.
Oh, Louisa.
Louisa.
Yes.
Got her framing today. When I said okay, when I
From the
say
cover.
got, I mean she picked it up
Yes.
today. And I was looking at it, and I'm like, oh, I've been it's one of those where you eye it, and you're like, well, maybe not. And then finally, I just gave in. I was at the register. How do you not?
Yeah.
So
It just
I think
jumped
it's
in your
just-
hands.
Literally, she came up with the chart saying, I have these charts.
Over
They're
here.
over here. And I'm like, so I didn't even have to walk and find it. It found me. So
That's
You gonna do it
nice.
on 40 count? It's only 4x4.
yeah, that's not going to happen. Guess what? My
Look, it would fit on that little piece of fabric that I
Yeah.
Let me see it.
Yeah,
This
because
is 4x4.
What are you gonna do it on? Do you know?
Probably 32 is my go-to.
Yeah.
32 your go-to.
That's,
Okay.
that's my go-to. Also.
it's a
Unless I don't have the
6x6.
color I like, then I'll go something else. But usually 32.
Would you do blue?
Depends on what blue she has at home.
I had an affinity
Mhm.
with blue when I first started collecting, so I do actually have a lot of blues.
Oh,
And-
speaking of that, how's your fixing of your room?
Well, I took 2 days and folded and organized all of that fabric
Mhm.
and filled the whole bookshelf. And I did take a before video, and I took a little bit of a during video. I'm not done.
Yeah,
I
okay.
still have like half the room to do, the other half the room to do. But
So
I'm
we're
gonna.
waiting for a room tour?
Yeah,
Yes.
you're gonna get, and it's gonna be a separate upload. I'm gonna clip
Yeah.
them together and then just throw it out there and see if it
Nice.
sticks. That's all I
I
got.
love the
Nice.
room tour. That's cool. I
Ooh,
love,
can you
I
also
love
do
room
like
tours.
a whip parade type deal, like what you have? How many whips do you have?
I haven't started
Carry
them all,
the
but I
one.
will carry the one. Yeah.
Are you using trig or calculus?
Well, and I paused because
Mhm.
School of Magical Stitches said up to 20.
Yes.
So I have 20 in the rotation right now,
Mhm.
but I have options for others.
Yeah.
So I think technically, even though I didn't start the other ones, they will be started this year. That was in my plans in the beginning of the year anyway.
Mhm.
So I think it's about 28 total.
Okay.
Some of them weren't started. Matter of fact, some in my 20 aren't started, like my great pillow that I had a big before you guys started. Last year I had finished Lemons, Limes, and More by Vermilion.
I saw that one.
Yeah. Well, when I did that, I have I love all those
Mhm.
pillows,
Mhm.
and I had I had my friends on Facebook vote, and Grapes won. So I kitted up Grapes, and I put it in my 20 to start. now.
Okay.
Okay.
That's good.
And matter of fact, Dorothy is in there,
Yeah.
and then
Mhm.
there's another one I can't remember right now, but
Total
I do have a little bit of a
28?
story, and I
Oh, yeah?
think I told some of it in my last video.
Come back.
Oh,
She's leaving us. She's trying to run away.
It's not a good story. No, I'm kidding. Okay.
Is it on the record or off the record?
No, it's all good. It's all good. So I told a little bit in my last video about this. When I lived in South Philly, I lived on my street for at least 4 or 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
My now ex worked at a corner store around the corner. He got to talking to one of the customers that came in. I don't know how it came up, but cross stitch came up that I cross stitch and this guy's wife cross stitched. So he was like, well, have her contact her because I bet she'd really like that. She had the same address as me, only one city block over. I was 2440 and she is also, but there was just 2 different streets. It was
like Terrace and Way.
No, it was like it's like 4th
streets.
and 5th with the same address and literally 1 block away. And for years we lived so close but so far. Anyway, so her name is Diana. I've talked to her a couple of times since I left Philly. And and you sort of grow, and she's not on the computer a lot like we are, and so she's still got a landline. And I got a random phone call from her a couple of weeks ago, and she's like, "You're never gonna guess." She said, "I was watching this YouTube stuff, and I found this Flosstube, this thing called Flosstube." She said, "And I'm watching these people, and before they even announced you, I'm saying it's Vicky." And they said, "Hello, it's the Sunshine Stitchers." And then when I said my name, she said, "I knew it was Vicky."
What's her name?
Her name is Diana.
Hi, Diana.
Hi, Diana. And she doesn't comment because she only watches on TV. She doesn't want to be on the computer. It takes away from her stitching time.
Yeah.
Amen.
I got you.
Right.
Okay.
But she does beautiful stitching, and she said she loves you guys.
Oh,
she
thank you.
Loves, and she obviously started watching.
And Gary's her favorite, right? Her favorite?
She's
It's okay. It's okay. It's in my own mind.
I'm not sure if those were the exact words she said.
I still love you.
Diana, you want to put a comment? Anyway, so I thought that was a good story to say for here when I got here.
That's really nice.
You guys brought me back together. And then since then, she's like, and I see that you make the bags. So she sent me fabric for her blueberries. And I said, sure, I'll make it. Well, in the meantime, she packed more fabric. Because I showed you the pictures of my shelf with the fabric. And now I just had to add more. It's cute fabric.
Yeah.
I already have some set aside to make bags. Yes.
Nice.
So thank you, Diana.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm glad I'm glad you found us.
That's so sweet.
And she had no idea about
Look
this.
at Flosstube brings people together.
That's right.
Literally, again,
Yes.
it's like
it's
a
cool.
little small world.
Yeah.
It brings it a little bit closer
That's
on.
true.
That's happy.
All right.
So,
We
plans?
have plans. You want to go first?
Yes.
Go ahead.
All right. So after Christmas Eve is finished, I was called out by EJ last week about the Nimue SAL I started at the local LMS. I think everybody finished theirs, and I may not have. But EJ, you were not even in that SAL, so I don't know why I felt pressure to pick this back up.
Maybe it had something to do with the moon.
That's right. I was beating you up on the moon. So
All the time.
This is my Nimue 123 Noel. And this is all I had done. There's like a hat.
That's not even
part
a
of a
hat.
So this is on 28 count
That's cute.
pink dahlia Lugana, and it was from my stitchy box.
Oh, you're doing over 2, right?
Over 2, yeah.
Yeah. Didn't you have to frog some because you're trying to do?
No, that was my other Nimue that I started with the SAL, and it was over 1 on 25 count. And there's a lot of back stitching in their faces, and that's what really makes them. A lot of stitching there.
Oh.
And there was not enough space to do the stitching because it was 1 thread over 1 on 25 count, so you couldn't see it. It was like a
mush.
Yeah, it was like a raisin. So
wrong genre.
Yeah, we'll take a picture and put this in because some people were asking about pictures of our rips photos, so we'll do that.
You want to show them where you were?
Yeah, I did right here.
Right?
Oh yes, you
That's
did.
Nothing but a hat. Nothing but a hat. Stop paying attention to me. Sorry. It's all about me. And then I'm
I
gonna
like that one.
work on a little crumpus
Nice.
from Lena Lawson. Looks like me. This is me.
We got to report back on how that back stitching goes on his face because that looks like a lot.
Well, I've done Lena Lawson before.
Oh, okay.
I
Yes,
did.
you
I did.
did. That
Trick or Treat,
scarecrow.
the scarecrow,
Mhm.
and it's a ton of back stitching.
But it's worth
And
it.
she does
Makes
blending threads, and so I'm doing it on this. You know, I love this
Is that
snowflakes
right side
fabric,
up?
fabric flare.
No, is it
No,
the right
it's
side
not.
up?
I have no idea. I know it's not this way, and it's not this way, but it's either this way or this way. But there's not enough on here to
figure out.
You know what? Okay,
That's
so there's an arm here, and I think that's the arm there. I don't know. Maybe it goes this way.
That probably, yeah. That's probably it.
That's close.
We'll go with it.
Yeah, we'll
Make
know more.
pretend.
So those are my two next ones in line, and yeah, I'll be here next Saturday. Yeah. So I've got a trip coming up for California, starting on the 22nd for about 2 weeks. So any stitching meet-togethers.
Meet-togethers.
Meetups,
Meetups?
stitch
Yes.
ups, hookups. I don't know. There. Sorry. On for that weekend because I'm be in LA that weekend between the 22nd and the 5th. So I know there's one cross stitch store. There's a couple cross stitch store there that I'm probably gonna go
Give
to.
your bags back yet?
No, from Stitch.com, not yet.
No. Didn't pack your bags for California yet.
Oh,
No.
This is the California.
This
that
is the
you-
California
yes.
that, yeah. So I'll make sure next weekend, whatever I show will not be what I'm
Gotcha.
taking with me because
Gotcha.
EJ left it on the board last time and I didn't have my project with me.
Somebody packed up too well. So
I had
yeah.
everything but the part. So, see, we
But
use the
important part.
board. You know, we use these clips so things stay on the board, and it stayed on the board. I'm like,
Look at that, it did its job.
yeah. So that's
That's your
my plans.
Okay, Vic, you want to do your plans?
You want me to plan some? Homework. Just
You're
like
just trying to
today,
do what Magical Stitches tells you to do, right?
I'm letting people tell me what to do. And I sort of
And you're
need
enjoying it.
I am.
Nice.
And I don't always finish everything. I'm also doing Tour de France.
Oh yes, you said
So
yeah.
that's why I'm working on Space Traveler, and I'm behind on that. But
It's not a race.
immediate
It
plan.
literally is a race.
It literally is. I'm just not wearing the spandex. You're welcome. Yeah, dimples.
Okay.
Anyway, my plans for the immediate couple of days until I find out what new homework is.
Yeah.
Is to work on this. I've only done.
This is your plan
This
for
is
something
the-
you don't know.
the-
I have to finish 500 stitches on this, and I know I
on
did
her
about
on her flag. Is it called the Quaker flag or
No.
One Nation. I
One
had to think
Nation?
about
One
it for a
Nation,
second.
Okay, because there's
One
another
Nation-
flag out there too.
Yeah, there's a Rosewood Manor's got a couple of cool flags too.
There's another stitch along, another flag.
Is there?
Yeah,
I don't
remember
know.
what it was.
Whatever. This is not.
This is
mine.
One Nation.
This is one BA Nation. It's a hashtag that I've been using,
Okay.
and I need to finish approximately 450 stitches out of the 500 on this for today and tomorrow, and then I have to catch up on my Space Traveler, and then we'll find out tomorrow probably what homework is for next week.
Nice.
And your
And my
plans?
plan, well, I need to do, I don't know how many stitches for In Mother Moon, because that's for magical stitches and literature.
a lot of stitches.
It's about, I need
some
about,
eyes and lips and quarter stitches.
but
and
for
half
homework, I
stitches.
need about 420.
So how do you
out of
count a
500.
quarter stitch? You count two of them. You count the one. Or you count one.
A quarter stitch, yeah. You count two, wait, no, you count four for one. I don't know.
A quarter. All right, math teacher. How many
quarter, he does like-
is one?
No, it's 4 quarter stitches. Anywho.
I was waiting for that.
That was a setup. If I ever saw one.
That's why this is gonna get cut.
No, it's not.
Well, so
Visitor veto.
Oh, it's a
they
thing.
get one.
you get
It's a
what?
thing.
That's it.
Make sure this is the one.
Yeah.
It's gotta be. It's gotta be. Absolutely.
All right. Oh, so I have Mother Moon homework for Magical Stitches, and I think I'm gonna jump on Virtual Stitchers tonight, so I can get some stitching done. So I can hang out there, and then they have ink circles, Stitchers Unite.
Yeah.
At,
When is that?
I believe it's on Wednesday.
Okay.
Are they doing that one live?
Yes, it's gonna
Okay,
be
So what
on.
pattern?
I think I have like 2 or 3 ink circles ready.
And then you have 3 that I let you borrow in magazines.
Oh.
Halloween ones with the ghosts.
Oh, that's right. And I do have fabric for that one.
Mm-hmm.
So it may be that one.
Because he said he wants his magazine back.
Did you hear that?
I pretty much translated. I am a universal translator.
Like he let me borrow a stack of magazines to go through.
I could
so
translate.
Yeah, you can translate
sarcasm.
that.
Yeah, I'm fluent in it.
Well, he'll get it when he gets it.
I know.
So
Just
yes,
wait.
so I'll do a ink circles, and so that's on Virtual Stitchers on Wednesday. So start that, and I do want to start a Hade before my vacation ends. I need to start my Hade, but I'm a little apprehensive.
Why don't you finish some eyes and lips on Mother Moon before you start?
Because Mother Moon is like I need to concentrate on her because she can't be messed up at all. Like I can't.
Okay. So what Hade do you have in mind, or do you have one in mind?
I do have one in mind. It's the A New Day by Lee Bogle.
Okay.
Yes. So so I have like 3 things: ink circles, a Hade, and Mother Moon. My week's gonna be busy.
So why don't you wait until January 1st and start your Hade next year and focus on that, and then work on this Magical Stitches stuff this year?
Because Magical Stitches is going to be another type of stitches next year. They're going to continue on.
So it's kind of like a cult, right?
or
a religion,
or
a religion.
You read and you stitch. You stitch and you read, or you listen. So
okay,
I'm having fun with it.
I haven't done that.
I think
you haven't no reading.
I just want it for the stitching.
Yeah.
Which is, by the way, because people have asked me, that's an option. You don't have to read.
Yeah.
It's for fun. They're not going to, kick you out because you didn't read or didn't read
I think it's really fun the way you can, someone says, do something like this, and you look at all your whips and all your kitted up projects, say, what does that tie into this?
Like you can say stitch something with eyes.
Yeah.
It could be I or the letter I, with however you want.
Or a project that I love. I mean, the way you just open it all, I think it's amazing. If it helps you stitch, I think anything is amazing. It helps you stitch.
Yes. Yeah. So I'm working on those. These are those things. So if I may start it, I may not. Hey, it's fluid.
There's options.
I'm starting my Hade in January 1st.
Oh, you're gonna start another Hade?
Yeah.
An accompaniment to Merman.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. It's either Halloween or either Unintended Guest from Trident Creations, which is all in gray tones.
Yeah.
Or you can leave your hat on by
Heaven
and Earth.
Yeah.
So one or the other. One's a mini, one's a max.
Whoa.
There's no in between.
There's no in between. It's either.
You have it kitted up, or are you just gonna do that a little bit at a time?
Well, I haven't got the fabric yet. I'm going to use gray fabric because they recommended that you use gray fabric because for the gray tones.
Yes, definitely.
It doesn't show the white through. So
with the virtual stitchers thing, I did want to mention something. I have to remember to say it on Wednesday when I do mine.
Okay.
I will try to get there, but I do have to do my own video after I work.
Yeah.
So I've got a time crunch. But I've noticed that there's not a lot of subscribers on the Virtual Stitchers YouTube channel. And if you want to see the lives for it and get the notifications, you might want to go ahead and subscribe.
I'm subscribed.
Yes, and we're going to get you set up.
We're going to get you set up.
Ooh, I think I'm going to start joining.
But there's a rule. You're not allowed to wear the screen shirt.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
I'm kidding.
I use it for lighting.
Boy, does it.
All right. So, I've got some announcements if we're ready for
announcements.
All right. So, okay, let's do the Downton Abbey announcement first.
Okay, yes.
So, the second batch of Downton Abbey bags were completed, and the people that are signed up for will start getting invoices tomorrow.
Nice.
And then we'll start shipping whenever the invoices are paid. So, it should be a busy shipping day tomorrow. And then I'm not sure exactly what day we're going to have the autumn pre-sale bags ready, but I do have them to show you. There's no Velcro on them yet, so Ronnie's not in the house, so I broke into the room. So hopefully he'll see this a couple days later, and then the Velcro will be on and it won't be an issue. But otherwise, I didn't get killed yet. So this is the 12 by 13, and this is the pattern for the Quaker Sal, starting August 15th, inside fabric.
Nice.
And this is the 11 by 11 Q-snap.
Because somebody
the
asked what.
Valdani. Someone asked they want to know which bag they should get
To hold their.
to hold their kit, and everything fits all in there. I mean, the pattern, the fabric.
This is the what
And
kind of bag?
This is the 12 by 13. And there's still room, when we put it all back in here, there's still
This is
room
really
for you to
cute
put
fabric.
your little bag,
Mm-hmm.
you know, like your scissor bag and all that stuff. Always put that next to your bag.
Floss is there.
Yeah. So,
And your little dough bowl, the 310 dough bowl that you have. Not dough bowl, but the little.
I have no idea what she's talking about.
The 310 cat bowl.
The orc ball.
The
That
art bowl.
stays next to your chair. You don't carry it around with you.
Oh, you don't carry it around?
All right. And then the bigger one is the 12 by 18.
Nice.
And I got the 11 by 17 Q-snap in that one.
And I know somebody had asked if that would fit. It does fit. I
Oh.
actually have my
Yeah.
aid, my space traveler,
Mm-hmm.
in my elephant bag this size, and I have it on an 11 by 17, and it fits in there. And what you do is I put mine in there first, and then I even
Put the stuff in.
all 87
Whoa.
bags of thread.
Yeah.
I just put it in last.
Now, what I might be one of the few people, but I never leave my project on my Q-snap
I do.
because I have this ultimate fear of poking something in there. Because once it's in the bag, I just toss my bag in the car in the back because I'm always carrying it with me, or it's stuffed in my laptop bag when I travel, and I put my feet on top of it. So I always pull my project out of the Q-snap, and then that way I can get more stuff packed into the bag. It's folded in there neater. You know, you organize and you put things in there.
I ain't got time for that, so I just shove that sucker in there, and then I slide the pattern in the back, and then shove the
because I don't want my fabric to get all stretched out, being on the Q-snap too long. You know, I don't know.
He has a fear of like scissors poking into his.
It's happened.
And
It's happened. So I learned my lesson.
Yes.
I had to put a button on top of it.
Oh.
Thank God for buttons. Right stitching button.
If you can't fix it, feature it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So these will be invoiced possibly this week. I'm not putting any timetable on there, but
Yes.
possibly. So
I like that.
you'll definitely have it before the SAL starts.
Which is?
August the 15th.
August the 15th.
And we said the name was
RosewoodManorSAL.
RosewoodManorSAL. Hashtag RosewoodManorSAL.
There you go.
And I think there's going to be possibly bags. We didn't have bags this Thursday for SAL because Ronnie he's made these, he made the Abby bags, and he made some other bags. So I think he made almost 200 bags this week.
Is he doing
Plus grime guards.
for these and now to that fabric?
There were people that signed up for grime guards. There was grime guards with this also,
Okay.
and the mini bag.
Okay.
So if they signed up for it, they got what they signed up for.
Nice.
Gotcha.
So, and
That's it.
later on there may be other bags made out of this fabric. Later on, I mean, we just have fall. Never know what comes up.
Yeah.
So if you didn't get it this time, you might be able to get it next time.
Nice.
I'm good. I'm
Anything
hungry.
else?
You hungry?
I think I'm good. I'm hungry. I'm thirsty.
You're hungry too?
Let's go eat.
All right, guys. Thank you for tuning in.
Yep.
And don't forget.
No matter where you are, the sun is always shining when you're stitching. Bye. Okay, I'm back. I have another update on the Crazy Annies. If you bought your stuff from Crazy Annie, she let us know that she had a really great turnout for the sign up. So thank you everyone for supporting Crazy Annies. And she says she should be getting your items out to you the week of the 22nd. She's got most of everything in. And if you haven't ordered from her yet, she has extra charts and fabrics and floss. And if you need to get with her before the 30th of July, because she will be out of town for some days. And if you don't order from Crazy Annie's, I know the Cross Stitch Cupboard has the pattern also on order. I don't think they have it yet, but the SAL doesn't start until August 15th, so we still have a lot of time to get your stuff together from wherever you're going to get it, or any other project from Rosewood Manor that you want to stitch with us. So everyone, it's going to be fun. So thank you so much. Bye.